Welcome back to episode 16 of our survival world. I'm just flattening the walls around our iron golem farm, and I'm doing that because it makes it easier to do some like pixel art stuff, to do some graffiti, and I actually want to memorialize our Project Architect 2 world with some graffiti in this world. And then I also want to do some other graffiti things that I think would be cool. And it'll just add some color and character to our world. To already gray, bland wall. Alright, I'm ready to do the pixel art graffiti stuff, but I wanted to show off. I got a happy guest. I actually got two. I named this one Dinner Bone. And, I'll say, these guys are pretty weird. Oh, especially the Dinner Bone. But they're really useful. But yeah, we can actually see our base from different perspectives without having to pillar up from random places every time. But I will say, traveling on these guys, it sucks. It's actually faster just to put them on a lead and run around than it is to fly on them. So the first bit of graffiti we're gonna do, I already have everything cut out, so all we need to do is fill in everything. I got three things that I want to make, and I might try to come up with some more things that we can do. But our first guy here, his outline is going to be all... So this guy's outline is all black concrete. This is difficult in survival. I designed everything in creative. I'm using a reference image from that to make this. You know, this is where if you have like... Is it Lightmatica or Schematica? I can't remember. If you have one of those mods, use it. Alright, I think that's the shape we need, right? No, I messed up somewhere. And then all we need to do, get rid of this extra mushroom. Right click all of the logs. And there we have it. I think in our second or third episode in Project Architect 2, we had two ducks, and they both died. So to memorialize Project Architect 2, we got a little bit of a pixel art of a mallard duck, which is I think what we had in our world. I'd have to double check. I probably should have double checked before I made this, but it looks good. Good for our, I guess, our second piece of graffiti. So I've got all the pixel art done. Well, maybe not all of the pixel art. I'm gonna add more to this wall as we go on. But we have the duck to memorialize our Project Architect 2 world. The iron golem for our iron farm. We got the current year. And a Pokeball. So I think I want to add the pixel art and stuff I would add to this. I think it should have some meaning. You know, either personal meaning or, you know, in-game meaning or meaning to this YouTube channel, right? So I have some other pixel art stuff. I have a creeper face design and a design for a grass block that I'm debating to add or not, because it doesn't really have too much meaning, right? So maybe I hold off on adding some more stuff to this wall. But for the rest of this video, we gotta do something. Or I can upload a 5-minute video or episode. Which I might experiment with doing shorter episodes. Alright, we got the graffiti done. I want to start a new project, not continue our project. I know we just made the 7-segment display last episode, and we still need to build something around it. And I am still working that out. But There's one thing that's bothered me. Two things that have been bothering me. The one thing that's been unfinished that's been bothering me since the beginning of the series is the basement of my starter home here. And I've been working on it a little bit. See, it's different. You know, before we had a bunch of lava and dripstone over here, and now it's, well, we're starting to make it look a little bit better. And I have an office. Huh? An underwater office. And you can tell like this is a computer. Well, it's supposed to be a computer. We got a mouse. There was a keyboard here, but I got rid of it because it was annoying. Because it would break every time I would step on it. We got a set of chainmail armor. We got the nice ocean view behind us. Isn't that nice? Isn't this a nice office? So this is one thing that's unfinished. And it still is unfinished, but it looks a little bit better. The second thing that bothers me is the fact that my spawn is right on top of my iron golem farm. Maybe I can throw myself into... Is this what it's like to be an iron golem? Oh no, the tragedy to be an iron golem. Alright. So, this is what I wanted to show you. You know, my bed was destroyed. I have no bed to respawn at. If I didn't have this boat here, it would be a pain to get all the way back up there. Right? So what I'm thinking is that we make a little bit of an underground structure that we can turn into... In my head, I want to turn it into a museum with a bunch of different displays and stuff. Alright, I wanted to take a quick moment to show you how this all works. And I'm sorry if the microphone sounds different every single time I record a clip. I'm trying to find settings that work the best for me. I'm trying to find good filters. But I do want to show you how this works. And I want to explain how this world spawn works. Because normally if you want to set your world spawn in a specific location, you'd have to run a command. It's the set spawn command, I think, or set world spawn command. I don't have access to that because I'm in hard mode and I have cheats disabled. Actually, the difficulty of the game doesn't matter. I have cheats disabled, so I can't set my world spawn. But what I've accidentally done was I've accidentally built this iron farm in my world spawn, and it actually reduces the number of spawnable blocks down to just one that I can control. And the way that the world spawn works is that it prioritizes blocks that are open to sunlight and that are solid. So it doesn't spawn you in the water if it can. Otherwise, I would spawn in like inside here. So let me demonstrate. I'm going to, again, throw myself into lava, into my own iron farm. I've died, right? And I spawn right here. And you see I have access to sunlight. This is a solid block that's not water, or that doesn't have any water on top of it. Now I will show you. If I put carpet on top of here, and now I throw myself into lava. Oh, come on. This is so slow. This is why I have a boat over here. Now I throw myself into lava. I spawn in the iron farm, in the water. Just test this one more time, so I don't mess up. So now that we have our world spawn set, we can build a custom world spawn. Kind of. We still have to have the, access to sunlight thing. But we can build our custom world spawn and do whatever we want with it. And again, I want to build a museum so I can have like my first diamond on display or first pickaxe or the duplicated bed from episode 1. I can have that on display. And then I can have other things on display as well. And the other main thing is just having a way to get to the surface and having a backup set of tools. That's the main thing. So I will go ahead, gather some resources, and start building. Hey! And it'll be incredibly easy. If this all works out, it'll be incredibly easy to transport like 6 minecart chests full with. Oh, we got 8 Nautilus shells. Finally. So we've made a replica of my starter base, almost. It's almost exact too. The exterior is a little bit different, and we don't have any of the decorations. But we do have almost the exact same interior. We obviously don't have a basement, but we have our painting, our TV here. It's just a slightly different painting. We have our kitchen. And we have our bedroom and bathroom. And there's only slight differences. Like, this has to be here for a world spawn to work. We can't have a window to the outside, really. I don't have a brewing stand. The paintings are a bit different. And there's no like secret rooms or anything behind the paintings. Which I could add later, but I don't see the point in doing so. But to test this out, to show you how this works, I want to kill myself. I don't know if I can say that in the video. But I'm going to throw myself into the lava. That sounds even more worse. I'm going to pretend I'm an iron golem. There you go. So we spawn here. And this is our new world spawn. And you gotta press this button. And you fall down into our base. Ain't that cool? Now, what I could do is I could just leave. I could mine out that and just leave this as a solid block. But I didn't like it because whenever it rained, there'd be like fog and stuff in here, and I didn't want that. So I think the way we have it set up now is perfectly fine. But that is where we are going to end it today. Now, the future of the museum, I want this section to be a personal section. So, personal accomplishments is where our first diamond is going to be. Our first pickaxe. And a bunch of other stuff, a map of this world. So this is all where the personal stuff is going to be. And we're going to have a train station connecting our museum up to the rest of the world. Because what is the rest of my world if not an exhibit in the museum of myself? You see the connection there? You see what I did there? Isn't that... I'm just the smartest guy in the room at all times. Anyways, so that's what I want this to be. And I want this to be a museum of Minecraft features. So we have a bunch of redstone components and what they do. You have a bunch of mobs and what they're useful for and what they do and how they spawn. You have villagers. You do like a Project Pokemon sort of thing and collect all the different types of villagers, which is way easier now than it was back then. We can do updates. So all things like about the game itself will be here. And then over here, I think I'm going to enjoy this section because I am a Minecraft nerd. I have been watching Minecraft videos since I was 10-ish. I'm 22 now. Yeah, since 2011, I've been watching Minecraft videos as a kid. And the thing that makes Minecraft is the community. This game would be nowhere without its community. And there's just so many amazing things. I mean, you have the dropper maps, you have diversity, you have Minecraft back then and now today as well. You have Hermitcraft, SMP Live was big, Dream SMP, even though I never watched it. There's just so many things about the community that we can memorialize or commemorate in this section of the museum. So that is the plan with this. But next episode specifically, I think I'm going to work on the personal section a little bit. Set that up so I can work on the train railway system. Because I have a design that should allow me to actually create, instead of just being a minecart, I can actually create trains that will send you in a minecart and 6 other minecarts behind you, all in the same direction, all to the same station. They'll keep the minecarts separate, and you can sort them out between if they have an inventory or if they have a mob in them. So that's the plan for next episode. And until then, I'll see you later. That's not my intro or outro. What do I say? I'll see you in the next video. You know, I hate this, dude. I was saying mining was such a relaxing activity. I'm a bit worried about the sand. That we're not gonna have, we're gonna have to find a new place to get sand. That and I want to sleep. Who? Who dares? I do have Smite 5. Oh my god!
Is this a spawner? Wait, this is a skeleton spawner. Right? How come I never discovered this? Is this a skeleton spawner? Yeah, it is. Oh my gosh, I could have made my skeleton farm here. Instead I did it underground at my base. All this way. Can I? I just need sand. Please. I just forgot to bring a bed. Now it's raining. Oh, this is so annoying. This is why people sleep. I don't understand the hardcore YouTubers who somehow never sleep in their worlds. This is why I sleep. I know I'm pretty much invincible with the diamond armor and everything, but jeez, if it's not annoying. Alright, and we can get another inventory full of sand. Oh my gosh! What is going on? Who knew that sand could be so contentious? It's raining, so they're not gonna go away. What's my armor? Oh no, it's a creeper. Yeah, blow up. Alright, less things should spawn. I say that. Finally, get some, we can mine in peace.